First career start, home opener,
First
night
career
game.
start.
What was that like?
I couldn't even really explain it to you. It was just like all the hard work just paying off. Going through fall camp, I don't know, just all the hard, everything just really paying off.
How do you feel like you played?
I feel like it was a good first game. It was some good stuff I did watching the film, and then there was some bad stuff I did. But it was a first good solid game.
What do you think was working so well for you this preseason, and really going back to? I mean, we've been hearing your name from the coaches since bowl practices. How would you kind of assess your progression over the last 7 or 8 months?
I would say really becoming a college football player, like really learning how to play football, learning the other things just beside like things on the offensive line, like learning what the receivers are trying to do, understand like what's the concept of this run or this pass, just learning stuff like that, just becoming a real football player.
What have you learned from guys like D. Wade and Percy who've been around a while? What have you learned working next to them and obviously working at tackle with Percy?
Well, from both of them, they just pass down any tools they had, any knowledge of the game they have, just because they've been playing football way longer than I have, and just really learning from them.
Do you feel like you're further along, run blocking, pass blocking? How would you sort of maybe assess where you're at in those two phases?
I would say I'm probably way better in the pass game. Run game is good, but I can get way better in the run game.
How much of your progression do you think has to do with just, like you mentioned, that confidence? So that's what some of your teammates have talked about, sort of seeing that switch come on for you over the last few months of becoming a more confident player.
Really just starting off hot. If you start off hot, you got some good things going on. You'll just keep it going as long as you like how you playing.
Tyler, what's the last 18 months been like for you? Did you expect coming in to play right away? Did you think it would take time? Did you think by a year or two you'd be in the starting lineup?
At first, really, I was just trying to get as good as I can because, like, coming into your first year of college, I know I wasn't going to be a starter. I just wanted to see, like, how good could I get in my first year, or get developed and to see where I can go from there.
And what about going into this year?
Going into this year, I could see that I was going to get some playing time, but as of being a starter, nah.
Were you slowed a little bit in camp? Hugh said something about kind of once you were healthy. He sounded kind of excited that you were getting healthy again.
Yes, sir.
Probably a week or two ago, he sort of said that. What were you kind of battling through?
It was a right quad strain, and I think I was out for like maybe a week and a half.
How tough was that? Like, what were you able to do and not do?
I know I missed the last couple weeks of, I want to say it was summer workouts, and then I came back. Let me see. And I missed 2 days of practice. I think it was 2 or either 3 days of practice. And then I came back on the next following week.
Tyler, what was it like being in an offense that scored 73 points?
Oh, it felt great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How much different, how much better is it this year compared to a year ago?
I don't know. I really couldn't say, but I could just say that the chemistry with this team is way better than what last year was. Even though I wasn't playing, but it's just like we're way closer in that room right now.
Are you okay with how they're rotating? I mean, do you think that'll be okay if you play a few series and then Percy plays and then maybe you come back? Is that easy, or is that hard to go in and out like that? How does that sort of impact you?
Nah, it's not really hard. I wouldn't say it's that hard. It's good that he's actually doing that because it allows you to stay on top of your game. Like, you have to go out here, you gotta perform. If not, you gotta get out. Not saying that's what they was doing, but we was just genuinely rotating. But it just keep you on top of your game.
Tyler, talk about December of last year. How does a guy from Louisiana who's committed to Texas Tech, how did you wind up at Auburn?
a good question. Okay. I believe it was one visit I came on to Auburn. It was an unofficial visit. Oh, Big Cat weekend. When I came to Big Cat, I was just coming down here to see how Auburn was, because I really liked Auburn at first, but I didn't get the offer from I believe the head coach was Harsin last year. I didn't get the offer from him, and then he I believe he ended up leaving schools that got fired or something like that, and then Hugh Freeze became the head coach, and he was recruiting me at Liberty, and then as soon as he came around, I took one last visit, and then when I came on the visit, they ended up offering me, and I think I committed the same day.
How fast did that? I guess the relationship with Freeze was already there from Liberty, but a guy like Jake Thornton, how quickly did you sort of get to know him ahead of signing in December?
Well, I talked to Coach Thornton a little bit when he was at Ole Miss too, so he recruited me a little bit when he was at Ole Miss. So just me and him, I could tell he was a really cool dude. It's more to him than just football. It's a real relationship, and that's something a lot of recruits don't. They look at the money side of it and whether they're gonna get playing time, but it's like, if you don't have a real relationship with your coach, they can't fully develop you. So that's how I looked at it with my recruitment. I just wanted real relationships, people I could actually play for.
What was it about Freeze and Auburn that made you confident in making that decision? The last minute, close to signing day,
The
flipping to them.
The family vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler, have you noticed any freshmen so far this year that have impressed you?
Being in a room that that you're going to be able to stay fresh and
I would say Amaris. Amaris probably one of the big names. DeMarcus Riddick, another big one. Of course, our whole receiver group, all the from Cam Coleman to Perry to Marcus, all them. That's gonna be some really good kids, I can tell.
What about offensive line?
Offensive
Yeah.
line.
you last game in Maryland was against Auburn, and here you are in Auburn. It's kind of a twist.
Let me see. Not really right now. I think. You mean who is here right now? Who recruiting?
Yeah.
Who's here right now? Not really freshmen, but I could see Braden's having some very big improvements. Braden Jordan, EJ Harris is working hard. Let me see who else. Of course, Conaloo, starting the first year, he's coming back doing very well. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. I'm trying to get all the young linemen. I don't know. I think that's it. Yeah.
You good? Thank you, Tyler.
Good.
Thanks.